My predictions for the winners for the 2025 Oscars. We can't deny the immense drama this year. I've been following the Oscars since I was 16 and I've never encountered so much drama and controversy around one Best Picture nominee as this year. Emilia Perez. My god, that's been a train wreck. I mean, we had the whole thing about the Hurt Locker producer who got kicked out of the Academy, or everyone being mad at American Hustle getting 10 nominations, getting criticized for its accuracy and even getting a lawsuit, and then in the end they walked out with nothing. Is the same thing happening with Emilia Perez? Let's start with Best Picture. Emilia Perez is not going to win Best Picture, but we have a crazy race nonetheless between Anora and Conclave. Anora has a great package with Critics' Choice, Producers Guild Award and the Directors Guild Award. We can also throw in the Writers Guild Award. Conclave won the BAFTA and SAG Ensemble, incredibly important precursor awards. The director, Edward Berger, was not even nominated at the Oscars, so we have a very similar situation with The Shape of Water versus 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. 3 Billboards won BAFTA and SAG, and just like Conclave, was not nominated for director at the Oscars. The Shape of Water won PGA, Critics' Choice and DGA, just like Anora. The Shape of Water won Best Picture. So if Conclave wins, it's going to be repeating something that Shakespeare in Love did against Saving Private Ryan, which at the time was a different situation with a different campaigner. Conclave's SAG win right now would not get any media buzz since voting had already closed for the Oscars. When we compare to crazy awards races, like 10 years ago you had the Spotlight winning SAG over The Big Short, it was January 30th, right before Oscar voting had started. So they had this immense push against other favorites like The Big Short, who won PGA the week prior, or DGA winner The Revenant was also quite big. Spotlight won Best Picture. Parasite won SAG on January 19th. That's very early. So there's obviously tons of actor support for Conclave, but Anora had the momentum during voting, and the PGA uses a preferential ballot, just like the Oscars, to determine the best film. If The Brutalist had won PGA, I would actually predict Conclave to win Best Picture, but I still think Anora has the slight edge and will win in the end. Best Director, even though Sean Baker has lost this award a lot, him winning the DGA is a massive boost. That correlation with Directors Guild Award is so strong that only a few have missed it, like Sam Mendes winning DGA, but Bong Joon-ho winning the Oscar, or Ben Affleck winning DGA but not being nominated at the Oscars, or Rob Marshall for Chicago. So it happens, but it's not common, often with many years in between. It's definitely not completely locked. We've seen upsets before, and Brady Corbet is looming in the shadows, but I'm still going with Sean Baker, the DGA winner. Lead actress. We have a race between Demi Moore and Mikey Madison, with Fernanda Torres looming in as a surprise. Demi Moore has the narrative and the fantastic combination of Golden Globe, Critics' Choice and SAG. She is this year's Brendan Fraser, the pop culture icon who, as she said in her Golden Globe speech, was called by the others as nothing more than a popcorn actress. And now she has a big performance, which is also a Best Picture nominee. Which was not the case with Fraser, but both of them are transformative performances. Loads of makeup too, just like Emma Stone. We have the correlation of a makeup and hair winner and a leading actress winner. Demi Moore is much more known in the US, that helps a lot, while Mikey Madison is the young star who gathered the BAFTA. If we use the Brendan Fraser comparison, she would be the Austin Butler of the year. But the difference is that now that it looks like Anora might win the Best Picture, then it would be weird if it didn't come with this leading actress win. Elvis was never going to win Best Picture, and The Whale was not even nominated. But it's not a given. We all remember Birdman, Michael Keaton being the image of the film, losing to the younger Eddie Redmayne. And Glenn Close, like Michael Keaton, also had a career narrative and lost. The Academy is kind to young actresses. For the past 30 years, 7 actresses under 30 has won leading actress, compared to actor where Adrian Brody is still the only one under 30 when he won for The Pianist. And the thing about BAFTA, they didn't award Anora Best Director or Best Picture, but they made damn sure to award Mikey Madison, who is Anora, adding the genre bias towards horror. We can make a good case for Mikey Madison. So I'm actually switching my actress prediction from Demi Moore, whom I've predicted for a long time, to Mikey Madison. Leading actor, Timothée Chalamet has a more baity performance and he won the SAG, and that's important, but Adrien Brody has been winning everything else. Oscar voting also closed before the SAG Awards, so him being visible here on stage would not change anything. Chalamet has a lot of support, but I think it's going to Adrien Brody. Supporting actress. Only Ariana and Zoe have hit the 4 precursor awards, so we can't include the rest in the conversation, although it's possible that Isabella Rossellini is either 3rd or even 2nd in the final tally, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the winner, and the Emilia Perez controversy might have hurt the film a lot, but it certainly has not hurt Zoe. If anything, people empathize with her, being innocent in the whole thing. She is the strongest actress in the film, and now that Ariana Grande did not even win at SAG, and SAG loved Wicked, then I don't think Zoe loses it. I predict Zoe to win supporting actress. Supporting actor, no contest. Culkin has been sweeping all the awards, he's winning this. Original screenplay, a good precursor, is a combination of the Writers Guild Award as well as BAFTA. A Real Pain won the BAFTA, which was a shocker. But we have to go back to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind to have a Best Original Screenplay winner, which was not nominated for Best Picture. And that was in a field of 5 nominees. A Real Pain couldn't make it into a field of 10 nominees. Anora won the WGA award, although there's a bunch of films that weren't eligible there, so it's not the best guideline this year. But now that I think that Anora will win Best Picture, I think it also wins Screenplay. Adapted Screenplay, I don't think the WGA award matters in this category. I think BAFTA winner Conclave, being next in line of winning Best Picture, takes it. Cinematography. American Society of Cinematographers gave this one to Maria, which is quite bizarre in my opinion, but we have to take it seriously. I've got it as a runner-up, and I still think the Academy will give the award to The Brutalist. Best Costume Design at the Costume Designers Guild Awards, they awarded Conclave, Nosferatu, and Wicked. BAFTA awarded Wicked. I think Wicked is the strongest one and will win the Oscar. Best Editing. The BAFTA went with Conclave here, but they really loved Conclave, much more than the Academy. The Eddie Awards can't be used, since their ceremony is after the Oscars, so we're going in with little information and no major frontrunner. This is a category we can go a little bit crazy, but I'm still saving it with Conclave. Makeup and hairstyling, it's one of the easiest categories to predict this year. I can't see anything else other than the substance. Production design, I'm just doing what the BAFTA did on this one. There's a big correlation between that award show and the Oscars, so I'm going with Wicked. Original score, a lot of the awards bodies have given this to challengers, but since challengers is not nominated, we have to think differently. This is where we had to wait for the BAFTA to decide. If the BAFTAs had gone with Volker Bertelmann's score for Conclave, then that would be tricky. But despite giving it Best Picture, they still awarded Daniel Blumberg's score for The Brutalist, and I think the same thing would happen at the Oscars. Original song. I think a lot of people will abstain from the category due to the controversy. It's a rather weak category with 2 Emilia Perez nominations. I think that the Diane Warren narrative is really strong, but since her name is not on the ballot, people will still question what the hell The 688 is, the most unknown film on the list of nominees, especially when you already have bigger names like Elton John. I will still go with El Mal due to the weak competition here. Best Sound. Dune won BAFTA, Cinema Audio Society awarded A Complete Unknown, so I have it as a runner-up in case something happens. It could go to A Complete Unknown, but I think Dune will edge it out. Visual effects, easiest category of the year, Dune Part 2. Animated feature, there is a race here between Flow and the Wild Robot, but with the Wild Robot having the upper edge. If Flow won the BAFTA, it would be a trickier category, but since it went to Wallace and Gromit because the Academy is British and biased towards it, I think the chances are low. It's going to be the Wild Robot. International feature. It's pretty crazy that with 13 nominations, Emilia Perez is looking like it's going to be one of the biggest losers of the night. It's still going to have a lot of international support, we saw that with BAFTA. But the massive surge of I'm Still Here. happened from the Golden Globes throughout the whole voting period. Fernando Torres has been insane in campaigning this film. There's European support for Emilia Perez, but I think I'm Still Here just blew up at the right moment and will edge it out in this category. Best documentary. I assumed this was easy, that No Other Land, which has won a lot, could pull off a win here. BAFTA did not award it though. They chose Superman, which is not Oscar nominated. Porcelain War is the DGA winner and could pull off a win here. Ukraine is still a hot topic for Hollywood and has become more relevant now in January and February, but I'm sticking to my guts on No Other Land here because it was not eligible for PGA because of the rule. Foreign productions must have a US distribution, this film does not, and it was not submitted for DGA due to an admin error. I still think it's going to win, but watch out, it's not as strong as we thought it was. From documentary feature to documentary short, the short categories are always quite hard to predict. I've seen every single film, an incident is quite brutal. Using the CCTV images and being very relevant, maybe it's a little bit too much, too tough to watch. The Only Girl in the Orchestra is very accessible. It's on Netflix, it won the Critic Choice over Incident and I Am Ready Warden, so I am gambling on that one. Animated short. The most important stat here is that the animated shorts that win are either all in English or no dialogue. And a fun stat is that they often include a cute animal. Wonder to Wonder won the BAFTA for short film, so it has a lot of support, and it's my favorite too. But it's very bizarre, like a don't hug me I'm scared type of film. Yuck is the cute one, and it also won a lot of prizes, but it's not in English. So if the English stat can be broken, it could be this year with Yuck. Live action short. A lot of great films, but Alien or Alien is extremely relevant, especially with the Trump presidency and the deportation of immigrants. It's like this short film was created for this year's ceremony. It's literally what this is about. The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent won in Cannes and is the easy favorite, but I think that the relevancy and the dominance of US voters beats it out. And that's my predictions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do you agree or disagree? Leave a comment and we'll see the results on Oscar Sunday.